Hey guys, it's Strange Orange, here to teach you a thing or two about effective leadership. In this tutorial I'll be talking mainly about being a squad leader and the power and responsibilities that that title holds. Alright, so what is a squad leader? Well, the squad leader is the first soldier in a squad and has the ability to, as the name implies, lead his or her squad. Not only can they lead the squad, but they follow the chain of command by being subordinate to the commander, if there's one in the game of course. Many players don't choose to play as though they're subordinate to another, but I tend to find that's more fun when you do. It adds an element of team play and cohesion to the battlefield. Not only does leadership add another element to your gameplay, but there are also some more practical reasons to play with it. For starters, following the orders of your squad leader and just generally helping out your squad will increase your squad score. Your squad score is displayed near the lower left-hand corner of your HUD, or heads-up display, just above where it lists your squad mates. To be a bit more specific, you can increase your squad score by healing and resupplying squad mates, repairing squad vehicles, assisting your squad mates with kills, and most of all capturing and defending command points marked by your squad leader. Killing enemies on a marked command point will also increase your squad score.
Got the sniper.
Healing, resupplying, and repairing will also get you points if you help out other teammates, but typically you get a little bit more points if you help out squad mates. I'm not saying, of course, that you should ignore your teammates in favor of squad mates, but just trying to point out the squad play incentive in the game design. If your squad achieves the highest squad score by the end of the match, each member of your squad will be awarded with an Ace Squad ribbon, which can also count toward earning an Ace Squad medal. The ribbon and medal are each worth 200 and 5,000 points, respectively. So now we've established that following leadership gets you a higher squad score, but what does a higher squad score get you? Well, in your loadout you may have seen something called field upgrades. These are basically perks, and they allow your soldier to function a little differently and fit different roles based on what field upgrade you have. Each role shares 3 common field upgrades: defensive, offensive, and shadow, and then get 2 field upgrades unique to that role. For example, Assault has a field upgrade that makes them better at being a medic, Engineer has one that makes them better at combating armor, and so on. Typically, I find that many players ignore the squad element of the game, and I feel like they really squander an opportunity to use these field upgrades to their full potential. Several times I've noticed a difference in my gameplay, whether it's being able to carry more C4 as a recon and therefore destroy more vehicles, or repairing my tank faster so I can stay in the fight longer. And those aren't just hypothetical examples either, those actually happened. Anyways, each set of field upgrades has 4 separate upgrades that you unlock cumulatively. As mentioned before, this is done by increasing your squad score through helping your squad and following squad leader orders. All squad mates share the same squad score, so if you increase the squad score, it will benefit them as well.
God damn it.
After you unlock your 4th upgrade, you'll just max out and keep all 4 upgrades unless they're reset, which will only happen if every soldier in the squad is dead at once. If this happens, you'll see the word Field Upgrade Score Lost appear on your screen. This isn't the end of the world though, you can get them back. This just means that you'll have to start over. One other important feature we should note before moving on is the ability to spawn. In normal mode, you can spawn on any squad mate unless they are in a very awkward position or in a full vehicle. In hardcore mode, however, only the squad leader may spawn on any subordinate squad member, and those squad members can only spawn on the squad leader. This means that as a squad leader, it will be useful to be mobile and near to the action. So let's say your squad leader is being a useless idiot and you'd like to lead your own squad. Happens more often than you think. Well, you have 2 options. The first option is to create your own squad, which you can do by pressing Escape to enter the menu, then selecting Team Setup. From here you can click Leave Squad if you're already in one, and Create Squad if you're not already in one or you've just left one. The only other way you can become squad leader is if the current squad leader leaves and you're automatically selected by the game to take his or her place. In the latter case, the words, "You are now the squad leader" will appear on your screen. Now that you're squad leader, you've got some responsibilities. First off, you should mark objectives so that your squad has a sense of order and you can all fight toward a common goal. You can mark objectives by aiming directly at the letter of a command point so that it has the 4 arrows around it, then pressing your spot button, which is bound to Q by default. When you do this, your subordinate squad members will see those arrows converge on the letter for that command point on their HUD, indicating the current objective. Personally, I find it's best to set your squad to attack an enemy command point nearby, or one where the enemy team already is. If you set the objective too far into enemy territory, your squad may not make it there without encountering enemy resistance. If you're going to set your squad to defend a friendly command point, I'd choose one that's close by and one that's currently under enemy attack. There's no use sitting around at a command point where your squad won't see any action. Now that you've set a squad order, it's imperative that you maintain communication with your squad and your team. This lets you keep your squad in the loop and effectively lead them. The best way to communicate is arguably through using your microphone.
What are you doing?
Backing out, that's what I'm doing.
But you can also type to your squad, and use the comma rows, which is done by holding down your spot button and mousing over your desired option. So by now, you're probably feeling pretty great. You have your own squad, you're leading them to victory, and you're getting work done. Then you see this appear on your screen. Order received. This then begs the question, who could be giving me orders if I'm the squad leader? Well, not only do you have subordinates, but you yourself are subordinate to the commander. There doesn't have to be a commander, but if there is, he or she can issue your entire squad
Nobody
orders.
in there right now.
Only you will see the commander order, and it will appear as blue arrows around the letter of a command point. Once you receive the order, you can either accept the order or deny the order by using the comma rows and mousing up to accept or down to deny. You don't have to be looking at the objective to do this, which is pretty nice. While you can deny orders, I don't see why you would. The commander can see which objective you've already marked, and oftentimes they will mark the objective you're already set on just to get some easy points without stepping on your toes. Accepting orders from the commander is a good idea not only because it gives them points and gives your squad a sense of direction, but because it really doesn't happen enough. I find that usually if I'm commander and issue orders to every squad, I'll get maybe one squad that will accept the orders, if I'm lucky, which is one of the reasons I've made this tutorial. If you accept an order from the commander, you'll stand out from all the other squads, and you might even be the familial equivalent of mom and dad's favorite kid. This will typically give you the perk of being the focus of the commander's attention, which is great because the commander has a few tools that you can use to your disposal. First off, the commander will be focusing on one squad at a time on their interface. When your squad is being focused on, your entire squad will have verbal and squad text communication with the commander, and their name will appear in green above the list of squad mates. However, even when you're not under focus, you can request a couple different things from the commander using the comma rows. When you request anything from the commander, he or she will hear a soldier's voice asking for whatever it is you requested, and there will be a flashing icon next to your squad on their HUD. The easiest thing to request is orders. The squad leader can then mark an objective for you. You can also request a UAV scan. What this does is reveal every enemy on the minimap in a circular area below the UAV.
Got a bunch of them around you.
In addition to those two things, you can also request a supply or vehicle drop. The supply drop will drop what looks like an ammo crate, and it will both heal and resupply you. If you ask for a vehicle drop, an ATV or a jet ski will come down depending on whether the commander drops it over land or water. This vehicle, when spotted by an enemy, will show a red icon as if it is occupied and will award points when it is destroyed, regardless of whether it was ever occupied. Do take care when asking for a drop, because it can squish you. Also, some of the commander's abilities, like dropping supplies and vehicles, are linked to a commander score that accumulates similarly to your squad score, and he or she may not have the ability to drop things for you right when you want them, but I'll get to that in a later tutorial. Anyways, I really hope this tutorial helps you understand some of the leadership mechanics in Battlefield 4, and more so, I hope this inspires you to become a good squad leader yourself and lead your squad to victory. We really need good squad leaders out there that know what they're doing, as it makes for a much richer Battlefield experience. Also, feel free to give me some feedback in the comments section and let me know if you have any questions or want to see a video on anything else. See ya!